Let's get this show on the road. Boom, baby, boom! Rise and shine. It's your morning motivation time. I'm your host with the most is Saints Addiction. Right here, Marquis Saint. I got my Saints Addiction shirt and I took you to my quiet place this morning. I'm so excited. I got my Mostly Saints shout out finally from a model, and I just got the video, and I wanted to go to a nice blessed boom, baby. Welcome to the view, y'all. Wait, let me turn it around. Welcome to the view. That's right. Welcome to my quiet spot. My hometown of Boulder City, right here. It's where I grew up, went to high school, really got my bearings. This is a public park out here. I don't know if you can see the BC on this is Bootleg Canyon Park. You can hear the crow going, and this is my place. This is where I like to go to chillax, and I just love this view of the El Dorado Valley. Most of what you see out here, look at this crow coming in the show. He wanted in. Most of what you see here is the solar panels of the El Dorado Valley. Those are all solar panels. Some of that wet stuff is when it rains. It could flood a little bit, but most of this is just a beautiful view that I like to come to. Well, shit, since I was a kid, man, this keeps me nice and calm and helps me to, see the flowers and the fauna. It's a very beautiful thing to be able to come out here and be blessed enough to touch some sage and some flowers and some things. Is it still zooming out? Did I do it right? That's what's doing. It's not zoomed out. Got it. Well, let's go and check out this jackrabbit as soon as I grab this. Grab some smoke so we can, blaze it up. Blaze it up. Got enough half blunt here because you already know Saints Addiction. Baby, let's get it going, baby. Kind of lighter. Let's light up the world. And we're going to sit still long enough to have this conversation with you. See, I didn't just recently lose a baby and go through a breakup, not for me to understand this lesson. I didn't want it to pass me by. I didn't want to just push it underneath another rug and say, oh, hell, let's chalk it up to another relationship. Let's just chalk it up to love or loss of love. Let's just chalk it up to ignorance. Let's just chalk it up. And I didn't want to chalk it up. No, I wanted to sit with it. I wanted to understand it. And I wanted to be calm enough, quiet enough, sober enough, and single enough for it to make sense to me. Do you feel me on that? Oh, shit, crazy hair. Do you feel me on that? Let's light this up real quick, shall we? Yes, plus. So you already know what my face looks like. Let's just check out the view and just sit still for a little bit, shall we? So, my whole life got flipped upside down. And it's not the first time it's been flipped. For any of you that know me or don't know me, you got to know your own life. I'm sure you've sat there with your life, thought you had it all figured out. I was almost married with children. She already had children. We were about to make another child. We got into an argument and, oh yes, she killed my child, bro. She committed the ultimate atrocity, and that's murder of a baby. And I'd love to sit here and tell her I got glowing reviews. She's mad at me. She just emailed me. I haven't heard from this chick in a full year. And apparently she thinks this show is about her, where all I did was talk about her and her kids and badmouth and talk shit or whatever else the perspective was. But what I did was I fucking did the best thing I could do. And I sat still, I didn't keep dating and take it out on someone. I didn't go and do drugs and started getting addicted again. I didn't hurt anyone else. I sat still long enough to have a conversation with my psyche, my conscious, the other side of my mind, and I went to some dark places. I needed to know what was happening to me. I needed to know what was going on in my life. And the only way I could process it is if I sat still long enough. You know, when you sit still, you know, you get the chance to talk to yourself truly, you know, and sit with some ideas and feelings instead of letting the ideas and feelings move you. You know, one of the things I learned the most was the step back. Yep, the art of the step back. That if I didn't have the answers and I didn't have the reply, that it wasn't my job to rush my response. Oh shit, we got some porcelain here. Some shit going on here. You know, I always felt like it was like tit for tat, and that I was my job to say something back or be flippant or pull some shit. But that's not what this is about. This is about calming down, calm CBDs, and being able to run my mind instead of my emotions running me. It's hard on me, you know? It's been really, really hard on me. I know it's not something people from third world want to hear, and most people don't want to hear bitching in the morning. I'd love to sit here and say, oh yeah, rah rah, sis kumbah. Everything's straight. My life's perfect. All I do is travel the world, fuck awesome girls, and make awesome clothing. And the truth of it is, I shipped that shirt over a year ago, and this is the first time I got a video or even a photo of the shirts that I sent for this photo shoot. Got it this morning. I'm super stoked. Mostly saints were punching a dent into the universe, right? And that's what you got to do. You got to punch a dent in the universe. You know, when I get done punching, there's a rest period. And part of my rest period was to sit still. It used to kill me as a kid. I was the kid that had to sit on his hands on the bus because I was just too much energy. Sit right behind the bus driver. She used to watch me. She used to watch me like a hawk, because you never know what my intelligent, curious ass would do. And that's what I was curious about, is what my mind would do if I sat still long enough to let my mind do the work. You know, I was saying it the other day, but it's so true. You know, when you're fucking trying to figure shit out and the data starts coming in, and it's uncontrollable almost. I mean, we control ourselves, but then we get on our phones and then we forget to do the data. And oh, check out this cute little family. We got our 2 young ones and the husband and the wife and the 2 kids. That's what I'm talking about, bro. There's the Southwest plane giving me the PTSD again. And then of course there's a plane flying over, little Cessna planes here, because we're out here in near the airport. This is where my first job was, right out here in Boulder City Airport. But yeah, oh shit, they got 3 kids. They kept going. You got the 1, 2, 3, and with life possible. That's what I wanted, you know? I thought we were gonna be a 1, 2, 3, and she decided against me. And then yet she still wants me to give her glowing reviews and love her children as if they were mine, and find somebody that has empathy and is good in bed and makes you laugh and I'm like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. I'm sitting here like, you're a dumbass, bro. You don't get it. You're middle-aged. You wanted to call me older. I'm watching everything on the shows, from Pearly Things to the Manosphere to the fucking Red Pill crew, and all they keep talking about is guys my age finding someone 25 years old, and someone that doesn't have kids, doesn't have emotional trauma, and doesn't fucking make me feel bad about myself. Doesn't kill my own child. It'll be their first child and they'll be damned, and they would kill themselves first before they ever killed a baby. Talking about you want me to love your children. You didn't even love my child, bro. If you had loved my child, our child, the child that we created together at the same level of your two children, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But you made your own decisions, Em. Get your own fucking show, dude. Don't like the way I'm spinning it? Start your own show. Not public enough to fucking share your dirty laundry. I'm apparently sharing your story without your permission. This is my story, bro. This is my channel. This is my experience. You weren't with me when I was in South Korean prison. You weren't with me when I started this show. And right now, you're only part of the show because this is part of my chapter. This is the chapter where I lost a child. This is the chapter where I went to depression when I'm supposed to be motivation, and my motivation wasn't there. I had to sit for a year without intimacy. I got put on unwanted celibacy. I thought I was going to be married. I thought I had in-house pussy and I was going to get laid 3 times every morning. That didn't happen. The fates and the gods are so weird and funny and ironic and not so funny. You know, you think that you know, and then there'll be a crop, plague upon your crop. There will be an earthquake. There will be a seismic event that will make you sit. That's exactly what I had to do. Just like South Korea in prison, y'all, I had to sit. For 6 months of my life, I sat and waited for them to arrest me for 5 years. And apparently I'm a felon and I'm such a bad person because I had 3 grams of weed on me. Not even on me, that I mailed, that they found in the mail. Mind you, the other packages to Turkey and the other packages to fucking London made it. Didn't get a thank you for that. But that's what I was talking about back then. It was going to prison for people that I don't even talk to anymore. I did the time. I didn't do the crime. Please, Mark, please send us weed. Went through the first time. Christmas time. Let me hook you guys up. You're my friends. I want you to have a little bit. Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now that we're getting arrested, no more thank yous, no more praise. Now that I'm not sleeping with you, you don't love me. You watched me burn. You watched every show and only highlighted the parts that you didn't like. You always thought you ran the show. You really did think you were the producer. It comes from within me. These ideas, this research, this work, it came from within me. And if I didn't create something, the girl wouldn't be wearing it today. Couldn't believe it. I finally got tagged. I'm like, who the fuck is sending me a message on Mostly Saints? Girl shooting the gun with a Mostly Saints shirt, but her hoodie's back, and I put the Mostly Saints right here on the hoodie. Like the halos and horns right here perfectly, because I'm a designer and I have ideas and I put work behind my ideas and I don't just sit there and talk about it. I bees about it. Came here this morning, I be about it. And because I'm about my life and I was brave enough to sit with my stuff, you get a fat thank you, Em. You think the show is about you, don't you, don't you? You're so vain. I thought I was the only narcissist in the relationship, but it's you. You couldn't wait to mention your other relationship, and that's why we're not together. You're an alpha widow. You're still stuck in the past. You're gonna want somebody to love that ass, but it got dropped because you had 2 kids. Now you got mom butt, and that's not as attractive as someone that hasn't not had kids. They say a woman has about 15 to 30 pounds of weight on them, you know, when they have kids. She had 2. I'm thinking you're about 30 to 40 pounds overweight. The gray hair scared me. Your bad attitude scared me the worst. I was willing, because of your personality, to marry you. I even gave you my seed. Talk about give me a chance. I gave a single mom a chance, y'all. She don't know that I had 6 single moms before her, and I told them all no, and I wasn't gonna be baby daddy. Or how about when I dated Mary for 3 years straight, fucking this chick, but she couldn't have kids. She had a big old C-section right here, 3-inch C-section right across her belly. I didn't mind. I barely saw it. When you're humping, you don't see that stuff. And I could come inside of her too. That means no babies. That means I'm wasting time. That's why I stopped fucking with single moms, because I didn't have time to waste. And you wasted my time. If you had those kind of issues, you should have never came with us back to the house or ever came back. Your stuff was mailed to you. You had a way out. You were never smacked. You were never hit. You were never even abused. And the long aspects of it, your bougie ass put the level so high and you forgot who you were when your value. You kept saying, I know my value and you know yours. I definitely know my value. For a second, it dropped to 0 thanks to you. I felt like the worst human being alive. I felt like an abuser, even though I didn't hit you. I felt like the worst human being alive, even though other people fight with their siblings. And I felt like I missed the only opportunity I ever had in my life to have children, but that's just not true. There was almost a child before you. Right here in Boulder City, I was 17 years old, and that was a wanted abortion. I'm accountable for that. It's been a long time. I'm not 17 anymore. I'm 42. But when I was a child, we were kids. She was like going to be a 16-year-old and pregnant MTV episode. And I wanted to go to college. I did go to college. I graduated from college. I said, we can't have babies. I'm going to college. Took her to the clinic. First month, first trimester. No excuses. Just got it done. More like a cell. What's your excuse for killing a 26-year-old baby, 26 weeks old, transformed, had an ultrasound, had a heartbeat, had a body, kicked inside you. You felt life and you canceled and killed life. There's nothing you can do to avoid that. There's nothing you can do to avoid sitting with it. Yeah, you're going to have to sit with yourself and say, you know how much I love kids. I'm in the back seat watching her say this to her mother, and it's like, my whole world just got turned upside down. You almost killed me. I almost killed myself. And you want glowing reviews? This is how I review you. You used me. Yeah, you did. I'm your rebound guy, just like Mary. Y'all try to live your lives again as if you didn't commit to a man for 10 years and give him 2 kids, 3 kids, she did whatever. It's not just you, narcissist. It's all of us. It's every story I listen to from Kevin Samuels, and these women are like, where the good men at? Where all the good men at? Oh, they must be 6 foot tall. They got to have a big 6-inch penis. They got to make 6 figures. Right. How much money have you made? Got you. And I'm also supposed to be calm under fire, right? While you're talking shit instead of being supportive. While you're calling me names instead of praising my grace. Words of affection, words of affirmation are part of the 5 love languages. You want all 5, but you couldn't give all 5. All these women want a man to just jump in when they couldn't make it work with the man that did jump in. That was your man. The guy you kept talking about the second sentence in the email. I haven't heard from the chick in a year. She goes, oh, I thought you were reprieved from my last relationship. It's like it's still in her mouth. She'll always be alpha widowed. Go do your research what the alpha widow is. And they're power bonded to somebody else. They're not mine. I'm the rebound guy. I'm Peter Pan. I'm flying around the world. I get to be good looking and good in bed and go be free and all the other fucking things that I do. But when the cameras are off, I'm still human too. I'm human like you. That's a shirt, by the way, human like you. And that's so huge for me. That I'm not some perfect YouTuber who spent all morning long getting shot after shot, making sure that they got the shot, making sure that they changed their clothes and put it together. It takes a week. No, this is live every day. This is my life every day. This is my life, man. I grew up here. My dad's out here, man. Somewhere out here, my dad's house is, I don't know if he's sleeping or what, but my dad's right out there. That's my real life. And in my real life, I didn't get real touchdowns. I've been to prison, South Korean prison. I've been to 3 different prisons, America, Mexico, and here, right? It's been a bunch of times that I've been around the world. So I've been to prison 3 times and I've been around the world 3 times. Judge me. Judge me not. That's what Saints Addiction was all about, bro. I was being honest about my addictions. I was like, yo, dude, this dude used to do cocaine. Now I'm fucking addicted to clothing. Choose your hard. You don't want to have babies with me because I'm not rich enough yet? Cool. You can't buy babies. There will ever be no perfect time to have a child. It is a blessing, not a curse. Only the selfish count how it's going to cost them. The people, the selfless, well, I showed up. I showed out. It wasn't my best performance, but I got really scared that two crazy Mexican ladies were going to kill my baby, and I was right. I was sitting much like this in a place in Brazil, and I had a flash from the sky. I'll never forget it. Fuck. And I knew it was going to happen. I saw you. I saw you on a cold table, and you were at a doctor's. And I know what had happened. The energy is real. And that happened. I had a flash forward of really what happened, and it scares me that I couldn't stop myself. I couldn't stop you. And for once in my life, I got to sit still for the past year. And I was crying and dying, and you were just watching. I don't know, love. I thought I did. I thought we had bonded. I know we made something magical, and the timing was magical. And you threatened me with not wanting to have the child, and then you complete it, which is a terrorist act. I don't negotiate with terrorists. I don't fuck around with people that want to see my demise or think that I'm just a 3-time felon or that I'm old and wrinkled or something else like that. Meanwhile, I got fucking complete strangers. You look great for 40. What the fuck? Wanting to touch on me, rub on me. I'm only very selective on who I rub on and who I let rub on me. And then all of a sudden, that's not you anymore. It's not anyone. Because I waited. I was celibate for 1.5 years, and now I'm celibate for another year. If I'm not the saint, I don't know who else is. Get some. Because I think a real bastard, the real narcissist, don't have any empathy. I felt bad for you. I felt bad for you that you were under so much pressure. And then yet you lied. Instead of being honest and let the sun shine, you could have told people. You didn't wait till the last minute. No, by the way, I'm pregnant. Where's the celebration? You're hiding it. Where's the baby shower? You're killing it. There was no celebration. It was so secretive, and you talk about lies in your own story. I don't lie on my channel. Start your own fucking channel. Go get 1,000 subscribers so you can go live, and then do it daily every morning so people watch and actually give a fuck. Thank you very much. Boop. That's my point. I put in this work, showed the fuck up. I couldn't believe that I could come all the way back from Brazil to America, and you're gonna fucking still argue with me, walk away from me with my child inside of you. How dare you do that? How dare you kill a blessing? That's where I'm at with that. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. And people keep asking if I'm back. I'm fucking back. It took me 1 year of me beating myself up with the same measuring stick that I measure my life by. This is a huge fuck up. You think I'm talking about you? The whole time I've been talking about me, my dad, his pedophile dad, like the weirdness, the darkness of my family, the abuse, the things that I've learned, calling myself out as an abuser, and you think the show is about you. Don't you? You really thought that I was just gonna fucking be all right? This show's been real from the jump. I've been fucking keeping it real since jump. And motherfuckers know what time it is. I don't have to fake not a funk on a nasty dunk ever in my life. I actually was in South Korean prison. I don't think about it every day. It's some shit I had to sit with. I was in a jail cell long enough to sit with it. And I sit a lot. I sit quietly by myself going over things and all the fuck-ups of my life and every touchdown that I've missed and everybody that I've upset. And unfortunately, I do that a lot. So that's what I've been doing. I've been sitting with it. Okay? I've been sitting with, why do I keep dating single moms? I've been sitting with weight gain and working out. I've been sitting with mentality and responses. I've been sitting with my abilities to transform me after the worst thing that's ever happened to me happened. So I live in that world. I live in a world where I'm trying to figure it out, like everyone else. And I don't have all the answers. And if I fucking knew, I would have said that we were going to be married. We were going to be happy. We were almost perfect. And yet we still threw away love. Every opportunity that we had to be together, we threw it away on our temper. I thought my temper was bad. I know for facts yours is. And that's the reason you don't have custody of your kids. And that's unfortunate, but that's what it is. Each one of us is responsible for our actions. You want to murder my kid? Fine. Something's going to happen to you, dude. I don't know what to tell you. It's unfair, but it's true. It's like karma. It's a bitch. And she'll fucking kick you in the fucking balls. So as my karma pays me dividends and starts to get these models to start wearing my clothes and sending me the pictures, and I'm getting the commercials, and I'm getting some kind of reach, preach, and teach. I'm starting to get some kind of traction. My videos are starting to get thousands of views on a regular basis. My hard work, all the things. I don't just sit there and make the shirts. I film it while I make the shirts. Does that not make sense? I'm capturing my energy inside of me. This is my energy. It's inside of me. And I said, okay, what am I going to do with this life? I'm going to wake up and launch myself. What am I going to do? I'm going to stay on top of the game. I'm going to make sure that I'm right in my mind. I got to get outside. I got to stretch. I got to drink water. I got to eat. All before I smoke. All before I got to stretch. I got to feel my body inside of me. And that's what I did. I got up and I felt my body inside of myself and my soul, and I grabbed it every morning on my heart from the start, and I shared it with the world. And I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to fucking put my life out on the line. I didn't see it as a life on the line. I already felt exposed. To be honest, I already felt way exposed. I felt like this in South Korean prison. Just follow me with a camera. Something's going to happen. This is ridiculous. And in my narcissist way, I thought that my life was special. Something had happened to me, right? I was blessed with this beauty mark, and I got it from my mama, and I got it from my grandma, and my brother's got the same mark in the same place, and I've ignored it my whole life. 42 years old, and I kind of just talk to people, and I don't feel like there's a big mole right here. It doesn't even feel like a pimple. It feels like nothing. It's just there. And like anything else, like it's just there, and I was starting to feel special about it. I'm Francis Mark St. Arnaud the Sixth. I had quit all the drugs. I quit cigarettes. You know how many people lose relationships over cigarettes? Or they're strung out on coke, or can't have kids because they're on coke and their sperm's dry and their pussy's dry and nobody's having babies. How many meth heads are out here? Vegas and in Boulder City, Henderson, especially Spun City. It's a lot, okay? It's a fucking lot. And for all those that have gone through a lot, and get the emotions that I'm talking about, do yourself a favor and get into the light. Step into the light, not like in a biblical sense, but in an actual physical sense. You need it not metaphorically, but realistically. And when you step into this light, it heats us up, kind of like a snake or a gecko or a cold-blooded animal, to warm our cold-blooded hearts, to become warm and loving. To find it within ourselves to just not hurt someone because you're hurt, and heal yourself because you love yourself enough to do so. You love yourself enough to stop masturbating. You love yourself enough to stop watching Netflix and scrolling. Finally people are here. They're starting to fill out. Get your family out, get yourself out, get out, go outside. I always say go be free. And I always say, get off your phone, but get outside. Get outside. It's magic. It's just magic, just activation. I'm not even fucking hiking, dude. I'm just sitting. So go someplace where you can sit with it. Go someplace where you can shine with it. And remember that all of us are going through it. It's just nicer when you go with it. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Phoenix. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Ciao. Belo. Beijos.